Try to work on this particular SQL question. So we have to write down a SQL query so that we will get the second most recent activity, right? So we have this user activity table where we have username, activity performed by them, start date, the date on which they have started, and end date, right? So since there is no primary key, it may contain duplicates, and this table contains information about the activity performed by each user in a period of time, right? So what we have to find out is to show the second most recent activity for each user. And if the user only has one activity, then we have to return that as well, right? And one more thing is that a user cannot perform more than one activity at the same time, right? So if you could see this result, this Alice. So his activity is traveling, dancing, and again traveling, right? You could see the ranges of the time, right? Start time and end it. So this is different, right? This is different from the second record, and this is different from the third record, right? So this is not overlapping, right? And since Alice has performed three activity, and since we have to return the second most recent activity, so what is that particular record? So this is dancing, right? So we will have to return this. And what's the next thing? We have to return the activity for Bob as well, because what's the question is suggesting that if the user only has one activity, then we have to return that as well, right? So this is what we need as an output, right? Alice dancing and Bob traveling, right? So let's write this query, and then we can use the easiest way to to solve this question is to use rank function here. Partition by username, because we have to get the result for each and every username. Order by, since this order by is not needed because we can get the result in any order, but it's up to you if you want to use or not. Right, just put this within with clause. Now select all these things except this rank, because we don't need rank column, right? Their rank is equal to 2, right? So when we execute this, we will only get the result for Alice, right? We will not get the result for Bob because we have used this rank is equal to 2, right? So in order to get the result for Bob, or in order to get the result for a single user, right, who has performed a single activity, so what we have to do is you can just use here count, right? Count over partition by username, right? And this rank one, let's say it's rank one. And here if what you can do is you use rank one is less than two, right? So what we are doing is we are just counting, do a count over what we are actually counting here. You can use anything here, right? So what we are doing is we are just doing a count of over activity over partition by username. So we will get a count of this particular record, right? So which is one. But what we are selecting is we are just selecting rank less than rank one less than two. So when we execute this query, we will get the result for Bob as well as we get the result for Alice as well, right? So let's run this code. So you have an error, syntax error we have got. or we can just use username, because we have to count the username, right? Select username and it count a username, partition by username, and then we are using rank, and then rank over partition by username, descending as this, right? Rank. Let's use this, and then we are just selecting. So this is what we needed, right? We needed two records: Alice, dancing, and Bob travel, right? So this is how you have to approach such kind of questions using windowing function. I hope you guys have understood. Let's meet in another video.